right, we're live with my boy YNS JD. We are doing an interview for him, and we are so glad to have him here with us today. We're going to be doing some short questions, but we're also going to get into depth of who YNS JD is, where he's come from, and how he's here to create an impact on his platforms. So first, let's get into it. You know, we might get a little personal to start it off, but where are you from, YNS JD?
First of all, I want to shout out to Nine Down, you feel me? We from North Carolina, small city, Wilmington / Leland, you feel me? Everybody know everybody, you feel me? Shout out to Wilmington, shout out to Leland, you know, shout out to Rigawood, shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to whole North Carolina, man. Shout out to East Arcadia too, man. That's where all my family reside. That's where, you know, they originally from. I know too many people don't know about North Carolina, but you feel me? I'm here to shine a light on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, who are your top inspirations and why?
Well, first of all, my biggest inspiration is God. You know what I'm saying? Without God, I would be nothing. Without Jesus Christ, I would be nothing. You feel me? Secondly is, I would say my mom, you know, just watching her struggle. I mean, not necessarily struggle. We had, you know, good times. We also had bad times too, but, you know, my mom, my granddad, you know, I would say my family mostly, you know what I'm saying? And then it would be myself. And then, you know, my girl also inspires me too. So, you know what I'm saying? That's really about it, you know?
Yeah, okay. So, you know, I can really dig with that too, you know.
For sure.
You know, God's number one.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what does YNS stand for? Yup.
YNS it got two meanings, you know what I'm saying? The first meaning, you know, is young nigga shit, you feel me? And it's not like on some, like, you know, it's not on some like being a young nigga forever, but it's more so like having that energy, you feel me? Staying young, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of your inner self, your inner child, you know what I'm saying? Always having fun, you know what I'm saying? With everything, bringing the energy to it. The second meaning is young natural success, and that's just the corporate meaning, you know what I'm saying? A corporate meaning to where, like, if I go to a meeting or something and they be like, what is YNS? You know what I'm saying? I could just boom, like, young natural success, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to come off with it as like some ignorant stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, I put two meanings on it because of that reason, you know?
I love that. I
yeah,
love that.
For sure.
That's true. What made you want to start making music?
When I really think about it though, like, I was in school, like, you know, in high school and shit. So to be honest, it all come together. I used to be in school, beating on the desk and shit all the time, you know, just making beats, humming songs, singing songs, getting in trouble for that. But as I got out of school, I really like, you know, my nigga Trail, you know, shout out Trail Music, you know what I'm saying? He really kind of put me on to like taking it seriously. I had a lot of people around me that were doing music as well. You know, I'm not saying they wasn't influential to it, but you know, things come full circle, you feel me? So it's just like, Trail put me on to it, really being serious. But, you know, I was around people like D-Lo, I was around people like Quavon, I was around people like Prince, Jay, you feel me? I was around them. I was also around Jay Flows, you feel me? I was also around them and Anvil Will, and they was doing all the highlight stuff. And Young Pale too, I was around them. Well, I wasn't like around them, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was there, you know what I'm saying? So they was doing music, and it inspired me as well, you know? And I just picked up the mic, you feel me? And everything history from there, you know? Now we here, you feel me?
So, how have you found a way to make your music your own?
That's a good question. making it my own by, just figuring out what I like, figuring out how to say things different, how to come on the beat different, you know what I'm saying? By like listening to certain people and, get inspiration from there as well, making it my own, like, just coming off the top, thinking of what I want to say and how to say it differently, like I said, and just really putting that emphasis behind it, whether or not if somebody think it's good or not, you know what I'm saying? You gotta own what you putting out, regardless if people think it's good. You gotta be real with yourself, and just keep flowing, just keep going regardless. And just own that shit. Just own it for real.
So like, would you say that ties in with honing down on your own energy? Because when you are working with a lot of people and you are around a lot of people, that can cause energies to merge. So what would you say that has to do with honing down on your own energy?
Yeah, definitely, because at the end of the day, it's only you, and like I said, you gotta own what you put out. Nobody gonna do it for you. Merging energies it's a difficult thing when it comes to working with people, but you gotta be open sometimes, but you don't let people in all the time. So you gotta know yourself and you gotta be yourself at all times. If you're not being yourself, then you're getting lost, So
yeah, like not being overly open.
Yeah.
But just enough.
Yeah, just enough to collaborate with people, and I know my music isn't necessarily, I don't have a lot of collabs, but, I want to work on that. You feel me? Like, I want to work on, getting out of my comfort zone and, stepping to people with that like open availability to be like, yo, I think we would sound good on this together, so I'm working on that. On that.
And we have another question pertaining to collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get more into depth about that. And, I want you to be prepared for that, okay?
Yep.
So if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing? What can you envision yourself doing?
I'm good at a lot of things. Sometimes I can't imagine what it would be, but I would try to make it as positive as possible. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the music, man, I would definitely be on the tube, doing what I can for the tube and, making content for the kids and for everybody to enjoy. Running up the money, that's, what I'm saying? That's about it. Trying to find a way to get out of a bad situation. Well, not a bad situation, but, finding a way to get out, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just being on the tube and making good content, making positive content for real.
Would you say it's more so getting into a better situation than coming out of a bad one?
Yeah, because like I said, I was never like in a bad situation. But, just knowing that I want more knowing that you want more makes it seem like your situation isn't the best. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you gotta look around and you gotta appreciate what you got, or you ain't gonna never get nothing else.
Okay. What is your musical process?
First of all, when I'm in the stew, man, the lights gotta be off. I don't want the lights on at all. Like when I'm in the stew, it just helps me get in that mode of locking in. And I used to smoke way more, but of course I would have like a little song rolled up. You feel me? And when I'm in the studio, man, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm gonna be blunt. Like I'll be damn nervous as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. But the end product always be better than what I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? So I stretch. You know what I'm saying? I might do some push-ups or something. You know, something to get the blood flowing. But you know, lights gotta be off. Me and the producer gotta be locked in, bro. I probably hit the joint, hit the blunt, something to smoke. You feel me? I don't really drink like that. Stretch out. You know, that's it really. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. What are some of your hobbies outside of music?
Man, shit, I like the ball. If y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? My people from Wilmington know I'm a real shooter. You know what I'm saying? So, I like the ball. I be on the game most of the time. And, you know, I be grinding. That's really it. If I ain't making music or, you know, working, then I'm chilling at the crib, hanging with my peoples, hanging with my dog, you know, hanging with my little cat, hanging with my girl, doing things that, you know, she want to do or I want to do. That's pretty much it. I like to stay low key.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Low key, got a dog named Low Key.
For real.
Okay, how do you know when it's time to drop a song or a project? And wait, before you say anything, like, well, no, you say first and then I'll add on.
All right. When I know it's time, man, I feel the energy in the air of it being my time. You know, first and also like you gotta look at like even though I'm an independent artist that's like low key and shit, and I'm really still trying to pop off, you still gotta look at the major artists at that time that's dropping. You don't want to drop when shit YoungBoy just dropped the album. You don't want to drop when like The Weeknd or Drake or you know Lil Durk, Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to drop when they just drop because you ain't gonna get no attention, bro. Like you might get a little traction, but at the same time, like it just you gotta put yourself in the major shoes. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see yourself as bigger, then you'll never, you know what I'm saying? You'll never grow. But I just look at them, and I also like look around at the people that's like, you know, dropping music independently. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at everybody, but you know, I see who's around me. So I look at that, and I also like, you know, just take my time with it, cause you know, you take your time, you'll last longer. You feel me? So I just, you know, I just pay attention to shit, and I feel the energy, and I feel the season of my songs, like as I'm listening to them over and over and over. Yeah, and I just listen to a song and I be like, yeah, I think it's about this time for this after I get done listening to it thousands of times, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the seasons, whoever dropping and my feeling on it, you know? And like, honestly, like, you know, it's a time for everything. So like in the summertime, you probably want to drop some box shit. When it's cold, you feel me? And people in the cold time, bro, you can honestly drop anything because people are at home. They probably in the crib. You know, they chilling. You know, but when it's hot, bro, you probably want to drop some of your most fire shit. To be honest.
And what I was gonna say in the beginning was, you know, you practice this thing where it's like you focus on energy buildup. It's that energy buildup for me. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I've noticed. It's like, it's that energy buildup where energy builds up inside of you and you're like, okay, I gotta take off. I gotta put something out there. And that also has to deal with the seasons as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So just the flow of energy really has to do with that. And I've noticed that.
Yeah, of course. Because I mean, like, you gotta take into account that your energy is gonna bring more people and more eyes.
Yeah.
So when your energy when your energy is off, then it's just like certain people can't connect with what you're saying and it don't hit the same. You know, so when your energy there, bro, and that shit hitting, that shit gonna hit 10 times as hard as if like, you know, you being willy-nilly with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you really standing on that shit, or, you know, really just moving like a boss, you know what I'm saying, and keeping your eyes open, then everybody can relate.
Yeah, I feel that. So, what is a personal pet peeve or just a pet peeve that has to do with music or both?
My musical pet peeve is being rushed, or feeling like I'm being rushed when I'm in the studio, or like the engineer's not really like on the same page as I am, or like, you know, or a yes man in the studio when somebody's just like, oh yeah, bro, that shit hot, like that shit right there, and you know to yourself that no, nigga, this is not what I want, you know what I'm saying? But it might not even be the engineer's fault. It could be your fault, you know what I'm saying? You might not be hitting the right note, or you might have stumbled on some shit, but they still say it's hot. And that's one thing I don't like. A personal pet peeve, I just don't like smacking. That's about it. I don't like when people smack their food, making like weird noises and shit. I just don't like that shit.
Grunting while eating.
Yeah, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit with your mouth that's not supposed to be done. Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so, oh yeah, I wanted to say, like, I don't like people that be like, yeah, it's good. Like, that just make me feel like you trying to rush too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I like to take my time, you know what I'm saying? I move slow, but it's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always thinking. So it's just like, when somebody trying to rush me into thinking about something, then I can tell that they not really with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And even if something is good, it can always be critiqued in a way.
Exactly. So give me that honesty.
Yeah.
You know, give me that real. If you ain't giving me that real, then my song's probably not gonna come out as good as I thought.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay, so all right, let's get into, you know, I guess this is kind of like juicy. It's kind of like putting your opinion out there. This ain't necessarily facts, but it's your facts.
All right.
So we can respect it. But, you know, what are your top 5 artists right now? And it don't gotta just be rap, but if it is, you know, that's cool too.
My top 5 right now, dead or alive?
Yeah, overall. Any music that's out there.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna say all time. Is it all time, or is it just like right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because dead or alive is like back then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, right now as in like which ones appease to you as of right now?
Okay. I'm gonna go Future, cause he got that sauce for real. Like, a lot of people really be sleep on Future, bro. Like, him and Lil Wayne is a reason for like a lot of this shit. I go Future, and I'm just talking current right now, so I'm talking Future. I go Lil Baby number 2. Gunna, Young Boy, and Juice WRLD. I like Juice WRLD because like it's, even though like some of his stuff be a little bit repetitive, like with the drugs and shit, but like it's like, you know, it's real and it's real emotion. You know, it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? He's really good. Well, he was really good at the music that he put out, and it always hit, bro. Like, no matter what, he was real authentic, and the way he blew up was real authentic.
Yeah.
I like Young Boy because, like, you know, even though he made murder music, like, that's not what I'm really into it for. It's just the fact that, like, he don't stop putting music out regardless if niggas think, like, bro, this nigga just dropped. You know, he gonna drop again, and he gonna stand on that music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he really standing on. He really don't like people disrespecting his music and the fact that he going hard. Lil Baby is just like that clean, you feel me? That next level clean shit. Like, you feel me? It's just like fresh, and it's just like it's so not very industry, but it's like it's clean as fuck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I can say about it. That's all I can say about it. I like Gunna because he just a vibe. I know, like, you know what he did and shit, but it's just the vibes for me, for
It's
real.
about
like,
the music.
Yeah,
it's not
you know,
personal.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people connecting with these artists on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know my life not gonna be nothing like that. So not like as in like I won't blow up and be big and have millions and, you know, Rolls Royces and shit, because I know I will. But it's the fact of like the life that they live and the stuff that they do behind closed doors that they don't talk about. So yeah, that's my top five. And a dark horse is Kanye. You feel me? I don't give a fuck because Kanye don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Kanye don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he do everything. He a producer, a songwriter for people you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Make his own beats, engineer, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Can I throw in an opinion real quick about
And
that?
The Weeknd. Sorry.
Can I throw in a little opinion? You are the best version of yourself as an artist when you take the time to learn every stroke pertaining to what it takes to make a song. So if you know how to produce, if you know how to make your own beats and stuff like that, if you write your own music, if you know how to record and stuff like that, you're a genius.
For real.
And can't nobody really tell you what to do with your stuff. And that's why Kanye is Kanye, like,
exactly.
Because he put in the time and the effort to learn music as a whole and not just be the vocals.
Exactly.
You know, and I feel like that's a really strong characteristic.
And Lil Wayne as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that he's not really a dark horse, that nigga the GOAT. But as in right now, like, you know, those are my people that I really listen to.
He's a good lyricist.
Exactly.
All right, so these last 5 questions, they're gonna be personal. They're gonna be in depth. I'm gonna ask for you to go into the most depth that you can, while wrapping it up as well. Okay. So, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word exposure?
Exposure.
The first thing.
Putting your face out there. You know. Putting your face out there is one of the first steps that you need to embrace when it comes to anything that you want to do, because without a face, people have nothing to connect to, you know. Without you are you know what I'm saying? So without your face being there, then it's like, yeah, we love this person's art, we love this person's music, we love this person's content, but it's just like, you know, I just feel like people really tune in more when they see your face. You know what I'm saying? When they can really feel who you are. You know what I'm saying? So exposure, like, you know, just putting your face out there. That's what I think about.
Yeah, that was a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with sharing personal parts of yourself? You do it quite often within your music.
Well, I try to be as open as I possibly can in my music, you know what I'm saying? Being personal isn't like my first go-to when it comes to, like, you know, just personally, you know what I'm saying? So like, I like to connect with people. I like to, you know, I don't know, it's kind of a hard question, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, let me kind of like, so how do you deal with sharing personal parts of yourself? Like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but what I really like, because when it comes to love, bro, everybody been through like love and everybody been through heartbreak. So like, you know, me connecting with people is really putting out love music. I ain't gonna lie, because everybody's been through that heartbreak, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, you know,
that heartbreak makes you. You know what I'm saying? Like going through that certain heartbreak and finding yourself again, bro. Like that shit really helps you find yourself. So it's just like, I just feel like love is something that everybody can connect with. Heartbreak is something that everybody can connect with, regardless if it's been in a relationship with somebody or losing somebody, you know? So I think that's my way of doing it. Yeah.
Okay. That was good. That's kind of like what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So, do you believe in collaborating with oneself? So, how do you collaborate with yourself? That was the collaboration question.
But I've collaborated with myself on like just about every damn song that I made. You know, if it's not with Trail, bro, or you know my previous like collaborations, then I've collabed with myself every time. You know, and that's where like the inspirations come in, because it's like, yes, like you hear a certain flow, you know what I'm saying, and you like, boom, then you go listen to beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't freestyle, so I pen my shit. So like, I'll hear some shit and I'll be like, yo, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll mix it in with myself, but also I'll go back and write another verse that's just completely me. Or like I'll make the chorus that's completely me, you know what I'm saying, and mix it with some shit. And I'm like, you know, that's me and a part of somebody else. You know, that's where my influences come in, because like, you know, I listen to Juice WRLD, Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying, and Future and shit, and Gunna. So I just be like, damn, like they fire as hell. Like they really inspired a lot of my songs. So like, you know, I just, even though it sound bad, bro, like you gonna do it. You gonna pick out little parts of somebody's song that you like, and you gonna implement that shit into your song. But at the same time, like you can't do a whole song like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do a whole song like Mask Off and sounding just like Future, and then like really respect that shit and be like, yo, bro, like that's me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's not all the way you. But when you take that time and you know you really soaking up all the game that you getting from them songs, you can. But also at the same time, like you got your own flow, you can implement that shit into the song. You know, you can have, it's basically like featuring yourself with your favorite artist, but it's you featuring you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, like, but I mean, even major artists have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga Drake took Triple X whole flow on a whole song. You feel me? And was really disrespecting them and shit, but you know, he was inspired, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but it's no way that you can do it.
We're all inspired by somebody.
Yeah, you know, it's no way that you, like, I don't know. Even nowadays, bro, a lot of people doing like, you know, certain flows and shit, and we all know where it come from. But at the same time, like, they still implementing like their own words and their own little pieces of it, and that's making it theirs. You know what I'm saying? It's all about making it yours.
And also their voice is different.
Exactly.
Don't nobody's voice sound exactly the same unless you're like an impersonator or something.
Exactly.
Okay, so do you feel like you answered that? Okay. What is some solid advice you would give any artist besides be you and not caring what other people think?
Yeah, but that's like my whole motto. I ain't even gonna lie, because.
But it has to be besides that.
I know.
What's something else?
Take your time. For real, just take your time. Cause like I said earlier, you don't want people to rush you, because you know then you gonna be scrambled. You ain't gonna know what you thinking. Like your thoughts not really yours at the end of the day if you're being rushed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta take your time. You gotta sit back and think what you really want. You know what I'm saying? Not what anybody else wants. And then the right people gonna gravitate to it. So that's really all I got to say, is just take your time, bro.
Yeah. Sit
back and watch everybody that's around you and seeing who really with you and who ain't. You gonna know. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know. But take your time and think, bro, for real.
when people rush you, that just creates I can't even say it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Inauthenticity, whatever that shit.
Yeah, inauthenticity.
Yeah.
Lord. Let's edit that always. Okay, so what's a message that you want to give to the youth?
I know in these dark times it's going crazy. You know, it's a lot of self-doubt. It's a lot of things that are against you, bro. But even though, like, you know, she didn't really want me to answer it with just like be yourself and like fuck what everybody else think. That's really a big key component to what you want to do, bro. Like, if you thinking about what the next person doing, you thinking about what so and so got, what you think, if you thinking about like what your mom don't got, what your dad don't got, that's gonna take away a lot from what you want to do, because you're gonna look at your resources as like nothing. You know, you're supposed to be grateful for every little thing that you have when it comes to like even just having a front door on your house. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even have a house. Some people don't have shoes and socks. You know what I'm saying? So just be grateful, bro. Be thankful, and be yourself. Don't say for everybody, because it's a lot of people around that actually want to help you. But, you know, fuck what your opposition think. You know, fuck what your mind thinks as well. You always want to go with your heart. You know what I'm saying? I know this shit sound corny, you know, but it's the biggest part of life, bro. And just thank God, for real. A lot of people don't think he's real, but, you know, it's a lot of conception behind that shit. But just believe in God, bro. Believe in yourself and believe in your surroundings, and know that you can make it. Once you turn all your situations around into positivity, then you will start seeing greater results. You will start seeing, like, you know, shit, I thought I couldn't do this at first, but shit, now I'm doing it. You know, I never thought that shit, I would have listeners. I never thought that I would be, you know, going to do shows. I never thought that I would move out of my hometown. I never thought that, you know, I would find love. I would find happiness. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, once you think positive, bro, like a lot of things will look up for you. So that's all I got to say about that, you know? For real, for real.
Well, we want to thank you, YNS JD, for, you know, coming out, for repping the name, for repping the youth.
You already know.
For sharing love and
for
being you, for real. We appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all, man, for having me. Go tune in on YNS JD on all platforms, man. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, SoundCloud. I got some new shit dropping. I just dropped a new single called Team. I dropped another single, Hard Life. I dropped another single, Evil Twins. I dropped another single, Chains. You know, I've been on the road lately, you feel me? So we ready to turn up for my city. You know, more content on the way. We trying to, you know, think of some other things to do. We got big moves coming. Yeah, man, just stay tuned in with me. And, you know, I love all the support, love my supporters, love my fans, you know, and we ready to rock out in a new state. You feel me? YNS forever. And that's about it.
We out. Thank you.